hot is this?
Boom. It should. Well, I don't know. It could be hot. It could be pretty hot.
No, yeah, no. Oh, wow, that's hot.
I put cubes in it.
Woo! That's some burning mouth potential right there. I don't need that again.
I apologize.
That happened to me over at Wendy's, man. I don't need that shit again.
Yeah, but that was a chicken sandwich. That should never do that to you. Chicken
No.
sandwiches are not what's what I'm looking for. They're not nefarious like that.
Not your enemy?
No, not like hot coffee will be. Hot coffee will definitely attack you if it gets the chance. You give it the option. It can be as delicious as you like it to be, but it also can be very dangerous. Just like I couldn't think of a segue into bad guys from Titans. I wasn't even paying attention that much, but it looked really interesting.
No, it's a good start to the season. I didn't realize that we had actually missed 2 episodes from the last season.
Oh, a close up? So
Yeah.
I haven't. So is that what you were watching with the wrapping up with was it the Riddler?
No, the Scarecrow.
Scarecrow. All right. Hey, Rich, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Are you out of town right now? Are you at work? Are you out of Bakersfield? Let us know.
If you want to play the
little intro time.
I was gonna say the Cigar Heritage Festival video.
I can do that too, guys. You want to check this out? December 4th, we have the Cigar Heritage Festival, but don't let me just tell you about it. Here's a little clip to let you know what's coming your way. All right. Hope to see you there.
Team Estrella invites you to experience the Cigar Heritage Festival, Sunday, December 4th in Ybor City. From 12 to 5, enjoy live Latin music, try cigars from all around the world, and check out over 50 vendors. Join us at the Cigar Heritage Festival. Learn more at mor-tv.com.
All right. And he says, in town. I like the sound of that, Rich. Good job. I hope you are having a relaxing time, though, whatever you may be doing right now. If you're having a cigar, I hope you are celebrating your win because you beat me at fantasy hockey. That's right. I said I wasn't going to do it again, but I did it again, and now I am losing. I think it's 3-0 or 4-0. 4 losses, no wins. Could be 3, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's 4 losses now. But who really keeps track of that stuff? You know, who cares when you have good cigars like this right here, which is the last Barbarian from Sinistro Cigars. We will also have a chance to go see them on Saturday.
Mhm.
So that should be a good time. A lot of cigar stuff happening towards the end of this year, and I'm very excited for that.
Yep.
Very grateful for what is to transpire, especially grand opening for a new lounge over in Corona Cigars. If you guys want to check that out, it is Little Havana in Corona. Their website is up, and so is their Facebook page, I believe. So if you want to check that out and you want to make it this Saturday. Of course, smoking a cigar. Excellent call, and I will join you right now. Let me catch up. Toast that up a little bit. It's a really high flame, so that's not really toasting. I'm just burning that guy. I gotta stop. Back up just a little bit. Gosh dang. I love this lighter, but it does bring the heat.
Isn't that what you want, though?
I think so. Just got out smoking, and I'm trying some flies while watching you, or tying some flies. Excuse me, trying some. I was like, wait a minute. Something was lost in translation when I said that, but it makes more sense now.
Yeah. So as Miguel said, you guys, we're gonna be not trying, because we've had this a few times before. As I move my piping hot coffee in my Gurkha mug. Jealous? I know you are.
Pretty sweet mug.
This is the last Barbarian from Sinistro, made in the Artista factory in the Dominican Republic. It's a 5x52 Robusto, using a Dominican Maduro wrapper, an African-grown Cameroon binder, and fillers with Pennsylvania and Nicaraguan Ligero, Nicaraguan Seco, and a leaf that they call Dominican Super Ligero.
Super Ligero. It is a spice bomb to begin with. Feel on the tongue. It's gonna kick up some dirt. I can tell. It's good stuff. It's good stuff already. Probably whiskey in the cup. No whiskey in the cup today. Even though if I would do it, it'd be tequila because it looks like Mexico. But neither is that. It's just black coffee.
Yeah, this is a cigar we've had several times before. As you guys know, we're pretty close to the Sinistro guys. So anytime they have something new, we get to try it. So we did get to try it at the pre-release. We actually got to try it in the blending phases as well. And it's a cigar that we've enjoyed, and we figured we'd give it a try today because we haven't had Sinistro on the show in a while.
It's been a minute, But for a minute for us is less than other people's minutes, obviously, in this particular case.
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, I wanted to have it, so I'm very glad Frankie did the picking this time. I will say he did a great job. Richard, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. No tequila. Yeah, I know. We just started that. Got the cup here, which would constitute tequila drinking, but there is no tequila in said cup.
Now, I have a question here that I want to ask people. I actually have it later on in my notes here, but I figured I'd just ask it now. With the weather changing, um, from where everybody's at, do you find yourself pairing cigars with coffee more than normal? Uh, about the same, or how do you guys not drink coffee at all when you smoke cigars? For me personally, I would have to say I'm drinking more coffee now that it's colder. You know, during I'm not done yet.
Oh,
During the summer, I don't drink coffee. I don't like hot drinks when it's 120 degrees outside. So
I'm gonna call it. So a couple of things here we got to talk about. Amber says coffee is nasty. Well, sometimes Amber is wrong, unfortunately. Just as more, obviously, with cold. Same with Rich, no coffee for him. He doesn't have his reflector vest on, so he's not drinking. Got to be careful. Got to make sure I can be seen and something to hold on to just in case I try to sprint for it. I will try to ditch you if I am drinking. That will happen. I apologize. First, I'm gonna let you know what's happening. Timothy, how you doing, brother? He says that yeah, I saw that as well. It looks like Prop 31 here in California is going to pass, which is the stop the sale of flavored tobacco products,
yeah.
which definitely affects the cigar industry. They were completely aiming toward the vape stuff, but decided just to lump everything in together and not tell anybody. And as the word was getting out, it was just a little too late because again, the cigar community is still a niche community, no matter what state you're really in.
Hmm.
Maybe Florida would be the only one that would be the majority, if it is. I don't think the majority of Floridians smoke cigars. I still think it's probably a very niche number, a
Hmm.
larger niche number. Don't get me wrong, but still a niche number. Um, so when you hear stop flavored tobacco in California, you think, okay, you're going to stop selling purple grape raspberry Rita to kids in the form of vapes and e-cigarettes. And a lot of people will just back that up, like, yeah, of course we'll do that. Why not? But they just extended that to so much besides that, and that will fall under the cigar category too.
Unfortunately, yeah, yeah. Unfortunately,
So I gotta hit your local retailers pretty good, guys. So be careful with that because I'm not saying it's like the number one. It is the number one seller. First of all, acid.
hmm
I don't know how that falls into the category because it's not considered flavored. It's infused. I don't know how they're gonna label that. I don't know
I
how it's gonna work
think
out.
they'll find a way. Who or not who, but they might find a way to work around it by not calling it flavored and calling it infused. I don't know if that will work. It might work for the time being, but we'll have to see. I'm sure there'll be another court thing about that here in California, whether they'll be able to do that or not.
Hundred
Um,
percent, 100%.
you'll probably see a lot of names changing, like Nub did when they got rid of their macchiato,
Ooh,
cappuccino, and
sounds
mocha stuff.
roast.
Um, you'll probably see a lot of verbiage like that changing. Um, but again, we'll just have to wait and see. I don't really know how it's gonna go. I mean, obviously they're gonna try to get rid of it, and they're gonna fight it as hard as they can. Um, but I think lumping all tobacco in together is a big mistake. Um, again, and this is where I wish we had more representation out here. Um, whether it's PCA, whether it's cigar rights, whoever. Um, they're the ones asking for the money to do it. They should definitely be doing it down here in California. But I'm pretty sure they think it's a lost cause, which is why we're not getting as much assistance as I think we should be getting. Um,
Very unfortunate.
yeah, but
Um,
we're gonna keep plugging at it.
yeah, that's all we can do for now. It doesn't the sun or what do you call it? The sky isn't falling just yet. There's still plenty of other cigars out
Hmm.
there. You said the verbiage will change, the attitude towards it will change, and they will do their best to salvage what can be salvaged out of the situation. It's not like we're really relying on menthols, which are also in the target.
Hmm.
Um, there's no blueberry cream pie filling cigar that I know of. The groovy blues are probably the closest thing to something like that, and those aren't gonna make or break a lounge. I think. I would hope not.
Yeah.
So it's not the end of the world.
No,
Not the
not
end of the
yet.
world.
Not yet.
But having said that, like you said, they should do a little more for California, not
Mhm.
just because we're here, which is a good reason enough. I think because I want to enjoy my Isla del Sol once in a while. But what happens here tends to kind of spread across, go coast to coast. Whether it starts in New York, where they started with the large drink bans, and then you see the drinks slowly go down in size across the board. And I think you can see that all the way to the West Coast.
Mhm.
Not that you should have a giant half-gallon soda every day, anyways. I know I shouldn't.
Maybe you
But-
shouldn't, but as American, man,
but
if
you
you
should be
want to
allowed
have
to
that
have
big ass soda, you should be able to have it. If you want to have that, that groovy blue or that East Little Soul or that acid, you're an adult in America. You should be able to make that choice on your own. The government shouldn't be telling you no, you can't have it. Whether they're saying, oh, it's to protect the kids or not, is ridiculous.
Yes.
Parents should be watching their kids, not the government.
Which is why we need to focus on these coasts more than ever,
Mhm.
because that's where they start passing those laws. And
Yeah.
if they can make it work here in California, or like I said, in New York, then they can just push that to you guys further and further out there.
I mean, yeah, there are going to be some parents out there that will eat their child's burrito. But you pray that they won't. And then to top it off, they'll let their grandmothers eat their pizza.
That's on the grandparents, all right? That's
But hopefully you'll get some good parents out there that won't eat their child's burrito. They'll say, "Hey, that burrito, I didn't buy that. That's someone else's."
Anyway, okay, hey Cam, how you doing, brother? I agree, Rich. Term limits. We wouldn't have to deal with Feinsteins and Pelosi's and McConnell's and
any of them, either side,
any of them, yeah, any of them from top to bottom. Anyone who's been in there longer than 12 years, I think you're out. If you can't get it, if you can't get it done in a decade and change, you're done.
Yeah,
you're done. And I do understand that there is difficulties trying to implement some of these things. They're not thinking, in the next 2-3 years. They're thinking long term. For instance, when you have giant mega structures like the Hoover Dam that need to be put in place, when the not the economy, but the worst ecological disaster we ever had during the Dust Bowl, you don't fix that in 2 years.
right.
So I get that. I
No,
understand.
yeah, you need time to be able to put your plans through.
But
if you need more than a decade, maybe your plans aren't the best plans.
And aren't you working with others that are coming up to continue those ideas? Because by the time you start your idea 10 years ago to now, you've changed your own idea. So you not be building up the next group of politicians who are going to carry it out to what they've learned from, new schooling, new networking, new situations in the world. And your job then becomes an advisor versus the political rule makers, versus not just representative anymore, but advising the new crop of politicians we would have at that point. It's a lot in my head. Eduardo, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, Eduardo, how you doing, man? Goody, how you doing? So if you guys smoking anything today, please let us know in the comments. And again, my question for today for you guys was, now that the weather is getting colder, it's getting a lot colder here. It's getting a lot more rainy here, which is fantastic because we need that rain. California's been in a drought since 1990 always, and we need that rain here. So, do you find yourself drinking more coffee with your cigars now that the weather is changing? Again, for me, it's a yes. I don't drink coffee. I mean, I maybe had a handful of coffee drinks during the summer. A couple of them were iced. But I do find myself drinking more coffee come the fall and winter.
Let's see. Just walked out of jury duty. Ugh. I also have to deal with that soon, Eduardo. Don't worry. I feel your pain. Looks like Timothy had one of his MX2 todays with coffee. Excellent call. Great cigar. Great pairing. Rich had a Lot 23 and a Oliva, which is also some good stuff. And there's 3 people already no coffee in that list. I did this during COVID. I gotta redo it because another option is tea. Obviously, a lot of people like tea. I'm not the biggest tea drinker. Like green tea, but I don't drink it very often.
I like sleepy time.
Just here alone, not too far from here is Winco, and they've got, I think, half a dozen or more of their own blends right there. You can buy it by the bag just to try them out. So I might do that again.
Yeah.
That's some good stuff.
And
some really good stuff.
Does your drinking habits change at all while you're smoking cigars in the fall or the winter? Do you stop maybe drinking that ice cold beer with your cigar and maybe have a glass of whiskey, neat, something a little warm or something, some rum or something like that. Does your drinking change with the seasons? It's statistical that the cigar sizes change quite a bit. With the heat and the cold, different sizes will be smoked more at one time of the year than the other
Yeah.
because of the weather. So that made me wonder if your drinking habits would also change with that. I'd like to see if they had a study on that one. I have not found one, but it'd be interesting to see.
That'd be a more difficult one to do because the lounges may not all serve alcohol,
Hmm.
so they don't have all the pairings. They may not have your Red Bull or your Rockstar, excuse me.
Hmm.
But what they do have is the different sizes. So to be able to tell like time of year to time of year, you can go, okay, well they started smoking shorter cigars right now because they don't wanna be outside so long because it's
Hmm.
freaking cold. Interesting because they can see it right in the cash register
Yeah,
and right in the humidor. So it just goes to show that they will probably stock up if they are hip to the trend. They will stock up on those shorter and smaller ring gauges for your winter enjoyment, which means your money, as it always does, votes really fast. I know we just had the elections and whatnot, but nothing votes faster than your wallet.
that's right.
So if you want something, support it.
So Jeff says he switches more to coffee and Bailey's now. With the way they're changing. Of
Very
course, they
nice.
have that
Very nice.
fantastic Buffalo Trace creamer that they came out with. I think
True.
it's fantastic with some coffee as well. Don't have any in the club right now, but definitely have to bring some over. We did have some last year, and it's absolutely fantastic. Much like a Bailey's.
What do you call it? Robert, that's good to see you, brother. Tom, I am so sorry. Again, it's Facebook, brother. If you guys can, there's a notification button on the Facebook page. Just check if the notifications are on for me. Even if you hit it, sometimes I like to turn them off. So check it out for us.
Yeah,
And no worries, Timothy. Have a good one, brother. Talk to you soon.
probably see you Saturday, Tim.
The doors doesn't change. The cigar size only gets smaller if I go outside. Typically, wintertime is lounge time. I agree with that. Especially, I think your area is definitely a lot colder than our
Yeah,
area.
especially people that have to deal with snow and constant rain. Um, I'm sure they would appreciate a lounge much more if they're not able to smoke inside, or if they
I
don't have one of
would.
those covered patios with those heaters going. Um, yeah, I would imagine so that lounge
There,
time increases with the snow.
there is a lounge in DC. I think, if I remember the article correctly from Cigar Aficionado mag or online. It was like, oh, a political hotspot, so they can bipartisan talk and all this shenanigans. Not allowed to smoke inside, so everything is patio.
That's not great.
And they did a really good job setting up though. There's a will, there's a way. So they've got a very nice covered patio with these thick vinyls, like you have for those tents,
Hmm.
kind of like that, with the heaters going, and they can also remove it when the weather's better, and add in fans or misters, which I don't like the misters,
I
but the
don't
fact
like
they have
misters.
them,
Yeah.
I thought that was a really cool idea to make the best of their situation.
Hmm.
'Cause I know a lot of places. My goodness, our buddy Rude was out of state, and I forget what state it, but it's not one that I expected at all. You can't have a cigar lounge at all. You can't smoke. You can't sell and smoke cigars in the same spot.
Hmm.
You can't smoke inside, but you can have a private lounge. So something like this could survive here at Culebras. It's members only. There's no cigars sold here. It's just bring your own stuff, have a good time.
Right.
So that falls under their categories of can happen versus
But
unfortunately.
just in case, if you do come to Culebras, please mark your burritos with your name, just in
I'm
case. You never
It's
know.
very Washington and Utah both. Oh my gosh. Oh no worries, but having the last Barbarian if you heard me, but I'll mention again in a little bit.
Yeah, this is the last Barbarian from Sinisio, made at the Artista Factory, Dominican Republic.
Freaking
Again, has a
straw.
Dominican Maduro binder, a wrapper, African grown Cameroon um, binder, and the fillers are Dominican Super Lajero, Nicaraguan Lajero, Pennsylvania Lajero, and Nicaraguan Seco. So it is a very stout power bomb of a cigar. So strength, nicotine strength is not something you're after. You may not choose this cigar, or you may want to wait till after you've had a hefty meal. Um, Before you attempt to smoke the cigar. I definitely think this would be on a list of top 10 full bodied cigars for people uh, that if you do or don't like them, you may want to try or avoid. But if you don't mind that extra nicotine strength and that bit of a kick, definitely give it a try.
I'm gonna have to hit him up and find out exactly what Super Lajero is. Is that like a super pack or um a super soaker? where
Mhm.
it's above a regular soaker, which I still don't know the dynamics of that either.
Mhm.
I don't know the science behind that. The word super before stuff, super troopers.
My
That
guess it's
makes
the
it
very,
better.
very, very top of the priming.
Do you think it's aged a little bit longer on the plant?
I don't know if it's aged longer, but I'm assuming it would be the very top, like the stuff that's getting all the sunlight, all the nutrients,
It's gonna
all the
be
tobacco
thick,
strength, all
thick
that
leaf.
nicotine. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what my assumption would be.
See, super duper as well. See, it makes the duper super.
Right.
So if just picture a word picture in your mind for a second, that I have no idea what a duper is.
Mm-mm.
So I've never understood that term at all. That's a saying that eludes me to this day. When you had super in front of, that's technically not a good or bad thing.
Mhm.
The super is not a real thing. So super Lajero could be very dangerous for you. I don't know. But this is poison, Frankie. What if it could get us? Whatever it is, though, it's very delicious right now. It has some very, very dark leather notes to it. Like it's very deep. I guess that'd be better because not like I can taste different colored leather. Deep leather flavors. Excuse me. A little bit of coffee, but that might just be highlighted because I'm drinking black coffee.
I was gonna say the same thing. I'm getting coffee notes, but I think that's because I'm drinking the coffee. For me, I'm just getting rich, hefty tobacco. Honestly, that's all I'm getting right now.
It does taste exactly how I'd want. Well, if I'm just looking for tobacco notes, and I know a lot of guys out there, like, "Oh, what does that mean, tobacco notes?" But if you do, like, if you can picture in your mind the taste of a cigar, that instinctive, just history behind it, right in your face taste of tobacco. This is super of that. It is intensified tobacco flavors.
Hmm.
And there's a lot of really good cigars out there who are just
Yeah,
tobacco notes.
and I'll touch on that a bit more about tobacco notes and tobacco smells and stuff. Um, I follow a lot of fragrance channels on YouTube and TikTok and stuff, and they'll keep up to date with the latest fragrances or which ones are getting a lot of compliments or which ones are good for what season. Um, they were talking about Tom Ford's vanilla tobacco, and the guy that was talking about it. I mean, it's an expensive fragrance, but it's very good if you want that sweet tobacco note. And one of the guys in the comments like, "Who would want to smell like a cigarette?" And I'm like,
Bro,
first of all, it's not like a cigarette; it's tobacco,
oh,
natural tobacco.
you
And you'd be
doing?
surprised. There's a lot of people that search for that scent, um,
They
of
have
that note.
candles for it. They
Yeah,
have oh my goodness. That hurts my head because it's
yeah.
like there are so many wonderful things that it's a natural occurring smell.
Hmm.
Tobacco is a natural. Obviously we've enhanced it quite a bit just through natural selection of plants, um, but it happens in nature the same way like people love the smell of pine or of mint or whatever the plant might be. It's something that attracts people.
Right. And I'll be honest, since I do smoke a lot of cigars and I do have, um, smoke on my clothes a lot of the time. When I go into Macy's to get fragrances, I will ask them, do you have anything new that has tobacco notes to it? Um, there's been one lady that has been super amazing with helping me pick out some stuff. Um, she said this isn't exactly tobacco, but I think would complement it, and she's been very, very good about it. And I picked up at least a half a dozen fragrances on her recommendation alone. Um,
Is it the one over at the mall?
yeah,
That's the one. Yeah, I think I remember talking about it. Yeah,
yeah.
very smart.
One of my favorite ones that I just can't find anymore. I think it was discontinued. Is Pure Havan from Angel Man, and that was a fantastic scent. I used to wear that to all the events that we went to, and now I think it's like I said, it's discontinued. Um, and you can only find it like on eBay and stuff, and they're selling it for like Creed Adventist dollars, like $300 plus.
A little rough. It's a little rough, but if it's quality, sometimes you got to go for it.
Hmm.
But yeah, right there. I love it. Basil. The smell of basil. Anything you want to recommend as far as
As basil, I would not know off the top of my head. If you want a basil note, if you want
Interesting.
uh, tobacco notes, um, obviously you have the Tom Ford fragrance, the vanilla tobacco. That's always good. If you can find Angel Man Pure Havan, that's always good. Valentino Black comes as kind of fancy spiked bottle. That one was really really good. Or one of my all time favorites, you can go with Dolce and Gabbana the one,
Ooh, that's
um,
good stuff.
and that always pairs very well.
There's one that comes in what looks like a travel case. Um, I can find every time I go to Ross, you see another bottle. There's three of them. There's a, or no, there's two. There's a brown and a black version. I do not remember the names, but they smell very nice, but they don't last long at all. It's very quick.
Yeah.
So it's got to be a water based one, I guess,
Mhm.
right? That's the difference.
Yeah.
It smells good to begin with. Does not last long. That's the only thing. So you might have to have a bag to keep it on handy if you want to continue to keep that smell going.
Yeah.
If I can find the name, if I can find the bottle, I'll definitely show it off because it was a cheapy guy. It was very inexpensive, but it smelled nice.
Mhm.
I think it's just his big drawback was just I don't think a lot of people know what a cigar case looks like really,
Yeah.
and they're just looking at it like three cylinders, and you pull it off, and where the cigars would be is the bottle itself. Looks
Mhm.
really awesome. I think it looks good at least, but each their own.
Yeah. Yeah. So moving on, you guys, like Miguel was telling you guys, Titans are back on HBO Max. They had the first 2 episodes. The third one comes out tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday, right? Yeah, tomorrow. Uh, it started out pretty good. I'm a fan of the show. Um, I was hooked from the very first episode I watched, and the season is starting off really strong. I don't want to give any spoilers away because nobody's seen it yet, or if you've never seen the show and you want to catch up. Um,
Got some work to do.
but it is a strong show. I think it's done really well.
It's a lot better than I was expecting it to be when we first came out. I'm very happy about that because I love Titans. Eduardo, real quick, sorry about that. It is the last Barbarian from Sinistro. Very powerful guy right there. You're gonna have to pronounce that, bro. It's Tom's comment right there.
Incredinori.
Incredinor? Nor? If you're looking for something woody, boozy, and some tobacco, and it's pretty cheap too. I like those. I like those combinations of stuff you enjoy and keeping it at that price friendly. Um, everyone can enjoy. Point. I really do like that kind of stuff. This way, everyone can get a reference for what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
And I know limited edition stuff is awesome, like hard to find or um exclusives and stuff is really cool. I do appreciate that too. But I like the stuff where everyone can give an opinion on because everyone can get a hold of it.
Yeah.
Um, it just makes it easier to reference. Or if we're having trouble, like I don't know what I'm getting out of this. I know a lot of you guys have also good palates, so it's easy to just throw up a cigar or in this case fragrances and get some really cool advice for it or really
Mhm.
good input. So that is good stuff. Your guess that's good. Encre Noir. I'll go with that. Uh, yeah, that does sound really good, by the way, Tom. That
Mhm.
sounds like a good thing. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
But shoot, what was I gonna say? An example. Of something I want to do. I wanted to get your opinion on this too. I'm looking for another peaty whiskey that's not too peaty. You know, like blue, like Johnny Walker Blue
Mhm.
isn't crazy peaty, just enough for me. Kind of expensive, you know. It's higher up there. It's great,
Mhm.
wonderful. I think it's worth it, but it's something that I'm not going to drink on an everyday
Mhm.
basis. I found a list of the top 10 peaty drinks for $50 or less. Like
Yeah.
maybe we should check that out. We could just start with number one, and if it seems like something people are enjoying, keep going.
It may not be my thing because I'm not a fan of something super peaty. Um, but definitely something to look into and try.
Yeah, because that's usually when you get that peat. It tends to be in the more expensive bottles,
Mhm.
which makes sense because it comes from certain areas. Scotland, you need the bogs. You got to
Mhm.
have that bogs to get that flavor in there. You can't really. I guess you could try to infuse that or think of another way to do it, like in a Japanese whiskey, which I know there's one. Gosh, what is it called? That actually is very peaty too. I don't know the process they do, but it's not the same as that traditional.
Right. It can't be. Yeah.
There's none in the U.S., which is not a bad thing because it's more on the sweet side over here, which is good. I love that too. Um, but it's very specific and it's something that I don't get to enjoy as often. So it's not like I want 12 bottles of different
Yeah.
types of peatiness. I just want to find one that's really nice and then have that on hand from time to time. And if I can get it at a good price point, then we can share easier. You know, I'm not going to hide it away in the locker. I can put it up in the cabinet here at Culebras. There's a sharing one, and then you can obviously keep bottles in your own locker if you want. But I'd love to be able to share that experience.
Yeah.
So just something to think about. I don't know if you guys look for anything like that you enjoy, but you also like the hunt for that really good bargain of it. You know, it's like it's why we have amazing ribs now for barbecue. You know, because it wasn't an expensive cut and people made it super delicious. Why you have coq au vin, because farmers were trying to get rid of those dang um, roosters. You know, they had no purpose anymore, so they ate them and made them delicious.
Mhm.
A lot of amazing things came from the need and the want for a luxury item.
Right.
So why not continue that legacy?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Also, this week on Veterans Day, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever comes out. Um, I don't know how I feel about it. Obviously, I want to see what they're gonna do with the passing of Chadwick Boseman. Um,
The more I see it, the more I like Namor.
yeah,
Yeah, I actually like. At first, I was like, he's just pandering. Like this feels a little pandering, but I seem like they're putting a lot of work into him, and he seems like he's a really cool actor. Like I don't
hmm
know anything I know him from, but he seems very excited.
hmm
So that's cool. And the same way, like I know nothing about Guardians going in.
yeah.
Um, I know nothing about this particular Namor, other than he's going to have some characteristics from the comics, which is awesome. That's fine. Tom, the Watcher. No, I was just talking about that with Richard on Girls Going Gin last night. And he told me to look into the true story of that. Excuse me. And I will do so. I have to watch the show and look up the true story because I heard it's a fantastic. It's a horror series, right? It's scary. It's supposed to be scary.
What's it about?
From what I understand, a couple is in a house and they are being stalked. Um, in their new home. So it's not Poltergeist style. It's The Strangers.
Oh, The
Uh,
Stranger's a great movie.
love that movie.
So bad for Dennis Reynolds, though.
What do you call it? That's how Golden God goes out.
I guess so. I guess so. They made a part two, didn't they, to The Strangers?
Yeah, Pray at Night. I didn't see that
I
one.
didn't see it either.
I don't know if it's yeah. If anyone's seen that, let me know. Because I don't know anything about it. I really don't. Just that it did come out. I remember seeing like a neon sign for it, and I just didn't get a chance to watch it. But yeah, The Strangers was awesome. Let me know if you saw the second one though, because I still need to catch up.
Now, at the beginning of the show, Miguel did show the commercial for the Cigar Heritage Festival, December 4th in Yorba City, Florida, which we'll be attending. I can't wait to see all you guys there that are going to be there. Uh, if you want free tickets, we still have those available, guys. So just let us know.
I have
Um,
this as well. I can put it on the screen real quick. Let me get on there,
yeah, go ahead.
guys.
Um,
Yeah, here you go.
Now, starting next week, you guys, we are going to have different people that are going to be there as vendors come on and talk about the Cigar Heritage Festival, talk about the deals that they're going to have, so that you guys that are going to be there can get your game plans ready. And maybe those of you that aren't going to be there but want to watch the live stream and order off of that can do that as well. You'll have both options of being able to purchase cigars at these great deals. And of course, for us in California, with the extremely huge difference in taxes between here and Florida, it may be a good time for you guys to peek in and stock up on some stuff. So, uh, just a quick one. I know we're gonna have David Blanco on.
Yes.
We are gonna have Leo from Nova Platinum Cigars. Steve Saka is going to be on. Currently, I'm still talking to Illusion. I'm still talking to Cavalier
Espinosa.
Espinosa.
Think-
Um,
Did Oliva say that they're gonna just want us to show off the deals?
yes.
Yeah.
No, Drew Estate.
Sorry, Drew Estate. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm talking to our rep. The problem is that we're finding out that we're having is uh, all the reps that we know are the California reps, and they do not go to the East Coast. Just like a lot of the East Coast reps don't come to PCA or TPE because they leave it to the West Coast guys. Uh, so we're having to coordinate through our rep to talk to the rep that will actually be there, and it's been a bit of a process. So um, the lucky part is, when we have Terrence or Leo or Saka, um, or Blanco, since they're the owners of the company, it's a lot easier to talk to them about it.
True.
I don't think Rojas is going to be there. Did not see his name on the list.
If he was, I would have grabbed you a bundle of
Yeah, I
Roosters,
do know that I believe Drunk Chicken has had to bow out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they're not going to be able to make it after all. Um, but I'm also talking to Black Star Line Cigars about getting on the show.
Yes.
So we'll have a bunch of different people
That light.
that are going to be at the event come onto the show and again talk about their deals, hype up the show for you guys. Make you guys get even more excited than you already are if you're going to be there, or if you're going to watch the live stream and order from there. Give you guys a good idea of what they're going to have to offer.
I hope you do. Either way, I would really love for you all to be there, but I understand that's not always a possibility. We've had those exact same situations, but the fact that they are going to do online deals is unbelievably great because I'm going to show you guys the Drew Estate one right now. I have it, so may as well show it off some more. Nope, that's the wrong one. There we go. As you can see in the picture, let me make sure that's showing off pretty well. I'm going to put us down there so it's a little bigger. Yeah, there we go. You see the picture? They have that Acid 20 sling bag. They have got 2 really great ceramic ashtrays, the cutter scissors and lighter combo, along with the leather case and water bottle.
I'll be honest, that leather case was a big miss for me. Um, you roll it up and it has a flap, and I mean, maybe when they were thinking about it sounded like a cool idea, but in actual practice, it did not work for me. We had one here, and I tried to kind of fiddle with it, and I'm like, no, this is just not the business. So, um, I will say that is the one rare miss on Drew Estate's usual perfection when it comes to swag. I mean, from the beach kit, which I thought was cool, you got that water bag plus the hat plus the flag plus the charger. I thought that was a great idea. Then they gave you the dominoes kit, so you could play dominoes with some of your friends. You had coasters, you had the dominoes, you had the score sheet, bottle opener. I thought that was amazing. Um, you had the travel kit, which came with like the little luggage tag and the toiletry bag and stuff like
Love
that.
that.
I mean, Drew Estate always knocks it out of the park with their swag. Unfortunately for me, that rolling case kind of fell short. If somebody likes it, hey, good for
I
you.
I think it's cool.
Um,
It's not, yeah, particularly for me. Like, I'm not going to use it too often,
Yeah, we
but
have one over there. I was
yeah,
like, yeah, I don't
I,
want to
I
grab it.
think it's cool though. I like it. I can see someone out there enjoying it. Yeah, that Rustica ashtray is phenomenal. But then that's the good thing though. They have other stuff. They
Yeah,
have another bag, another carrying case. So
yeah.
you're good to go. Like, if you want that one, let's see. Buy any 10 count box, you're gonna get a 20-acre farm scissor and torch lighter set, or the Nika Rustica swag kit. So you have your choice, that roll up case, lighter, and canteen, or a 20 count. You get both of those plus 4 cigars. So that's a really good
Mm-hmm.
deal. If you go for the 30 count, if you want to go all out, there's plenty of Drew Estate to choose from. So no reason not to. You're gonna get everything, including one of these ashtrays, the 20-acre um, set, and 4 cigars. So you're getting a lot of swag in there. So keep that in mind, because make a nice little stocking stuffers.
Yeah, and those bags are fantastic. I don't know if you guys have got one from either the 25-year anniversary, from what was the blue one for? The Undercrowd 10.
Yes,
This one here, the
like
20th anniversary.
there was oh my goodness, there's a blue and red set which was for the uh Esteli.
Mhm.
But that was not a bag though, right?
No,
That was the tin.
yeah,
Yeah.
those sling bags, they're fantastic. I mean, they hold quite a bit of stuff. Um, they're actually functional. I've used my blue one for a while. I even used the 25-year one a couple of times before I had to give it to Jeff. And I mean, I honestly thought Jeff's like, oh, don't worry about it, bro. You know, I won so many things from before. You go ahead and keep that back because I see how much you love it.
Nuh-uh. It's
But he's
his,
like, no, that's mine now. And then he reached through the computer and grabbed it.
as he should have. Yeah, Eduardo knows what's up. Yeah, if it's not for you, they make awesome gifts. This way, it's not cluttering you up. But there's definitely some guys out there who are gonna want to check that out.
Hmm.
Share the love. It's all good.
Yeah,
Especially if you're gonna get it for cigars you are already wanting to get, and you're getting a good deal on them. It's a mix of a good combo right there. I think that's a super size me deal right there
hmm,
alone. Boom, super used properly.
yeah. Don't forget, you guys, still can sign up for the best ash contest. You can still sign up for the birthday wheel contest as well. Please take full advantage of both of those. If you have a birthday in this month, or your significant other has a birthday in this month, go to our page of Bakersfield Gentlemen and put their name in the comments of the picture with the birthday tag on it. Or if you think you have the best ash this month, please put it over at the group Cigars, Whiskey, and Beautiful Women, and see if your ash is better than ours. We've actually had about 3 or 4 new people
Oh,
sign up for
awesome.
the ash contest this month. So that is absolutely fantastic. I'm grateful to the guys that always do it every month. But to see some new blood in there and see some new ideas in there is absolutely fantastic. So good luck to everybody.
Good luck to Tom for the birthday wheel. Get on that, guys.
Hmm. And
Um,
this Friday, we actually changed it. We're going to do it at the end of the month. We're actually going to do it on Veterans Day. We're going to have the Veterans Wheel. You have to watch the show. You have to be part of the show because that's how you're going to get entered into it. But if you are a veteran of any of the armed forces or of any peace officer department, whatever it may be, you can put your name in for that wheel. So we will be taking names as the show goes on. And about 10 minutes before the show ends, we are going to spin that wheel and we are going to give away a prize to a veteran. So
yes.
I will not put my name in there out of respect for everybody else to win.
Eduardo, I cannot confirm or deny collusion. The votes happen as the votes happen. I take no what do you call it? No bribes on that one. But yeah, I hope you guys will tag a fellow cigar smoker who happens to be a veteran or a retired peace officer. I believe you also put that in there.
Yeah, we're gonna include them too.
So if you know someone who wants to win some stuff on Friday, please tag them. Let them know what's going to happen, and all they got to do is comment, and they
Yep.
can be on the wheel.
Yep, really easy, and it's a way for us to give to the veterans of the community, and yeah, just show our respect and our support.
Yeah. Now this year is wrapping down real fast.
Real fast.
We've got the holiday trio coming up. You have Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. Obviously,
Tom, for the birthday contest, you go to the Bakersfield Gentleman page, and it should be pinned to the top. There should be a birthday cake or candles or something, and it should say November birthday contest on the post itself. And then what you'll do is you will go to the comment section and you will put your name in the comments. Right there, it should be pinned to the top. But usually it is. Okay, he found it. Cool.
I will do that too, so people can kind of check that out if you are missing it. Usually, it looks something like this. Frank will put a picture together. It will have the month on there. And you gotta, as the rules state right there. Boom.
Yeah, the rules are in there. Again, we have amended some of the rules for our people overseas. Since we're not able to ship to them, we're going to give them a little bit of a Bakersfield Gentleman gift certificate so they can buy the cigars on their own where they're at. I thought that was the fairest way to do things. And of course, if you're here in the U.S., you'll get a prize pack from us, which we'll show off probably a couple days before the show.
Yeah, usually how we do things. Nothing crazy, but I think you'll enjoy it.
Can you bring up the best ash contest so they can see that one as well?
Let me see what I can do. I'll take that down real quick.
And of course, for the best ash contest, you guys, you will have to join our group. It is Cigars, Whiskey, and Beautiful Women. You just ask to join it, and we will put you on. And then you guys can start commenting on that group if you like, or just do the contest if you like.
Yeah.
And there it is. There's a picture of our ash. And then all you got to do is put your picture in the comment section. It doesn't have to be the longest ash. It just has to be, creative, fun, interesting. Obviously, the cigar has to be lit. Smoke is always a plus. And so are quality beards.
Quality beers are usually a pretty important one on there. I understand. I do not enter that contest for that very reason. But it's great. I have a good time seeing all your guys' pictures. It's really cool to see where you're at, what you're smoking.
Yeah.
How you take them, the different creative, what you call it.
Like some of my favorites have recount have been Brian, with the beautiful California sunset behind him.
Oh yeah.
A few times Curtis has entered when he goes up to Alaska, seeing the beautiful scenery up there. Or Daniel out in the cold with the long, incredible ashes. And I forgot his name, but every time he posts a picture, it's always on the floor. He's like, God dang it. Right before I took the picture.
Yeah, who
he
did
like
that?
4 contests in a row. He had a great ash going. The next thing you know, it's on the floor, and he's like, "This is my ash."
Is what it is.
Yeah.
It was a great ash though. You could tell they were.
But you could do some fun stuff. I believe it was Leo. He had the little Fuente bobbleheads in some of his
The buddy
pictures.
and the troll in the back too. I think
What was a Furby?
it was a Furby.
And a Furby. He had a Furby. Yeah.
Those are awesome.
So make it fun, guys. Just have some fun with it. Do your best, and you can have a chance to win a prize.
Yeah. All you had to do is enter. Nothing crazy. The West Coast theme. I knew it. Yeah, they're all right. Frankie, maybe it's on Frankie though. I will not take credit for that. But yeah, those are the contests. So if you want a chance to win, you can always join the Patreon on that gentleman's tier, or the Facebook supporter in that teal shield at the comment section right there, to the right of your comment section. And it helps the show keep going, guys. It really does. Really, really does.
So as far as this Barbarian goes, you guys, it is the last Barbarian, even though I have more of them in the humidor. Again, for me, it's extremely bitter cocoa and tobacco, and that is it. The coffee notes I'm getting, I'm almost 100% sure they're coming from the coffee that I'm drinking. But yeah, it is rich, bitter cocoa and tobacco. That is all that I am getting. And sometimes that ain't a bad thing. It's pairing extremely well with the coffee. I have a hazelnut blend in here. Um, and again, it is ramped up on the strength. So if you're lightweight, you may want to have some food beforehand.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I could probably smoke this thing first thing in the morning with a cup of coffee.
I would definitely recommend. Yeah, Eduardo, if you haven't had it yet, I would have a good meal beforehand, and you're gonna enjoy it even better. I think. Um, this is that steak and potatoes kind of day.
Yeah.
It's a hearty cigar. Deserves a hearty meal beforehand. A good stiff drink. Said pre-release, so I am hesitant. Yeah, I might want to hold on to that a little bit, but
You know, I'm gonna say don't. You know, um, I don't mean to keep bringing it up, but with Leo passing away, you never want to leave those cigars behind. Just do it. If you find yourself in a spot where you don't know what you're gonna have, smoke that special edition, smoke that pre-release. You never know when it's gonna be our time. So, um, smoke in honor of Leo, man.
I like that.
Mm.
I agree with that. It's very true. Yeah, the collections are great, but they deserve to be smoked.
Mm-hmm.
If cigars got into a fight with Miguel's cigars, which one would win? Well, they're both last barbarians today, so they would just kind of bow. I guess I don't know. Um, we have to have a cigar fight. I guess
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when or how we would do that. What rules we would apply, but I think that might be a good idea.
We got to bring back our versus series, where we would smoke different cigars and try to convince people which one was a better cigar, and then have a vote at the end of the show whose cigar was the better cigar.
Okay, we can do that again.
Yeah, I
I
think
mean,
that'd be a lot of fun.
He still got this weekend on earlier. He was an awesome guy. He
Yes,
was
he
good
was.
people.
Yes,
Yeah,
he was.
but having said that, man, I'm what do you got next?
Went over the Veterans Wheel, went over the Best Ash Wheel, went over the B-Day Wheel, Cigar Heritage Festival, Coffee, More Now Than Ever, Titans, Black Panther, the Cigar Blend. Um, that was all that I had for today. Oh, and then talk about the guests that we're going to have from Cigar Heritage. Um, that's all I have for today, guys. We've been with my mom all morning helping her with stuff, so kind of set up the show last minute here. Um, but join us Friday for the Veteran Show. We're gonna have a very special veteran on for that day. It's me.
Yes, very special.
But yeah, if you guys want to, uh, if you guys are veterans and want to talk about your experiences in the military or as a peace officer, and you have a funny or an interesting story to tell, please do. I think that'd be great. And again, you'll have that special wheel just for veterans and retired peace officers. Um, we'll talk more about Cigar Heritage Festival and let you guys know the schedule that we have so far as who is going to be on. And yeah, just gearing up for that. Of course, no gifts are required for Veterans Day from you guys. Thank you.
Yes,
Oh, but if you can, donate to Cigars for Warriors. I think that'd be a great bump for them on Veterans Day to see if we can get some guys to donate some stuff to them. They do
absolutely.
some fantastic stuff. If you haven't already, signed up for Cigar Rights of America, and we will see you guys on Friday.
I like that. It's a good way to close right there, guys. All right, see you Friday. Y'all have a great one. Have a great couple of days. Stay warm out there because it's getting colder, and we'll see you soon.
See you guys.
It's Friday is Southern Draw Day since it's Veterans Day.
It could be Southern Draw. It could be Protocol. It could technically be Romacraft. It could be
Dunbarton.
Los Caídos. It could be Dunbarton. All these people have someone in their higher ups, owners that have served in the military. Both Skip and Steve were in the Navy. I know Juan from Protocol was a peace officer. Um, Southern Draw again, military. I don't remember what Mr. Holt served in. I think it was the Army. Los Caídos is a brand that was started by veterans. Also
Blanco and Vamp.
Blanco Bam. No, no, no. Oh, gosh dang it. Warfighter.
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 Don't forget about Warfighter, guys. They're also started by veterans.
Yeah.
I believe. What is the one that had the caravan?
Caravan.
The old school
Battleground.
Battleground. No, not Battlegrounds. They're the first ones we met at PCA. We had to tell them we had to reschedule. They had that old covered carriage thing.
Not sure. I'm not sure.
Oh, technically, anything you spoke from luxury.
Yeah,
Because
that's
Ben
true.
is also a veteran. May not be the United States military, but he's still a veteran.
That is true. That is very true.
So yeah, we'll put out a list maybe before of cigars that have ownership by veterans. So you guys have a good choice on what to smoke that day.
I like that. Also, yeah, another good point right there. Excellent work. All right, guys, that will wrap it up for then.
All right, guys. We'll see.